Hey there, it's Jane WC. My vlog today is kind of a touchy subject for me, but I wanted to make it for other people who are going through the same thing that doesn't really know what to expect, because I went through it and really didn't know a lot, only what I was told by the doctors and stuff. Basically, not too long ago, I donated my kidney to my aunt. She was in need of one she found out in the summer, last summer, and I donated in December. After I was done with finals, I went down to San Antonio where the kidney specialist transplant place is, and donated. And I was just gonna tell you about like my journey and stuff, and like if you're going through the same thing, you know what to expect, because it was all really scary for me. And I wish that I had heard someone else's story beforehand, whatever. Anyway, so my aunt found out, and about 20 people tested, I think. I'm positive on the number. A lot of people tested for her, so she wouldn't have to go on dialysis, because I hear it's incredibly painful, and her function was getting really low. She had polycystic kidneys. It wasn't hereditary. It was just kind of a freak thing that she ended up with, so her whole family tested, because none of us were expecting to get it, and everyone tested. No one was a good match, because whenever you test first, you're testing a bunch of your blood, and you have to test the same blood type, same tissue type, and then your health has to be really, really good. A few people couldn't make it because they were borderline diabetics, just different stuff. Everything in your body needs to be functioning perfectly. One of our family friends, Sheena, actually made it all the way, and then one of her tests came back wrong, and they ruled her out anyways, even though the test was wrong, so everyone was really, really upset about that. And that's when I decided to test, because I just take a lot of pride in the fact that I'm a really healthy person, and like I try and work out every day, I try and eat organic, all that kinds of stuff. I tested, my first test came back, I was perfect match, blood, tissue, blah blah blah, everything like that tests right. That's like maybe like 9 to 12 vials of blood right there, so it's not a lot. And by the way, if you're afraid of needles, ask for the butterfly needle, because it's really, really small. You can't even feel it going in. I asked for it every time. The first time, I went to the same place every time. The first time I went there, I asked for it, and the lady was like, oh, well, it's the same thing as a butterfly needle, but it's not. And I sat there and cried tears, because it hurt me so badly, and she couldn't get any blood, obviously. And then she resorts to the butterfly needle, which, I don't know why she didn't just in the first place. I know my body better than she does. She didn't even know me. Anyways, ask for the butterfly needle if you're afraid of needles, because you really can't feel it. It's a delight. So that was that, and then they'll assign you like a caseworker, and basically she or he will be the one that is working on your case, so they'll be the person to talk to you the whole time through and tell you like every single step that you need to do. After that, I had to do a 24-hour urine sample, and that came back. My protein was too high, and actually, I don't even really eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a big fan of it. I was taking like weight loss pills, and it's not because I'm fat or whatever. It's just because I'm a girl, and girls are all whatever. And they gave you a lot of energy, and during school I really needed it, and I didn't want to drink energy drinks, so I took those whenever I needed it, and it would give me about 8 hours to go after I took it, so it was nice. So I just stopped taking those, cleansed my body of that for about 2 weeks, and then I went back and took another one, and then that test got screwed up, and I had to take another one, and I cried when I found that out. Anyways, so that came back okay, finally. And thanks to my dorm mate Hillary, who let me keep my pee in her fridge. She loved me. Then after that was cleared, I had to take, you're gonna have to take blood tests all the freaking time, like all the time. Just get used to it. I took so many, I don't even remember. After that, I flew to San Antonio for a day. It had to be a Thursday. I don't recall why, but it did. So after class, I went down there. I currently live in Denton, which is around Dallas, Texas, by the way. I'm talking about Texas, in case y'all didn't know. I flew down to San Antonio for the day. Got like CAT scans, MRIs, all sorts of funny things, lots of x-rays, things like that. All those came back fine, and they told me that I could be the donor. So that was really exciting. Now that's what I did. Now, as far as like the emotional aspect of it, I don't really like whenever people, like I have a really hard time taking compliments and stuff, and the whole thing was scary as it was, and everyone kept telling me, we have a really big family, and everyone kept telling me, oh, this is such a great thing that you're doing, and that really started to get on my nerves, and I made it a rule whenever I was at home that we couldn't talk about it, because it was really scaring me, and I didn't want to talk about it. And it wasn't so much the donation part that was scaring me, honestly. I just didn't want to talk about it. I know it's a good thing that I'm doing. Thank you for telling me. You don't need to tell me. I already know. But I mean, I couldn't tell anyone that because they were all family and really good friends. So that was that. And I wasn't scared to donate. I wasn't scared for the surgery. I've never broken a bone. The most I've ever done is like, I could have once sprained my ankle. I'm not really sure if it was sprained or not. I just walked it off for like a week. So that's the worst thing I've ever done to me. I've also had my wisdom teeth taken out. That's about it. So I wasn't really scared of the surgery. That was fine. You meet all the doctors when you go down to your CAT scans and MRIs. You also meet like some other person that, you meet lots of people. You meet with a therapist, everyone. Every single person tells you, you know, you can back out if you want anytime, and we will just say it was a medical reason. So if they don't tell you that, definitely ask about it. If, you know, I'm not saying to back out, but I realize it's scary. They can just tell everyone that it was some sort of medical thing and you're not able to donate. It's not your fault, and no one will ever have to know.